Welcome back to Total Line. Bare Knuckle Boxing is back on August 17th at BYB 30, the Cardiff Brawl, headlined by what could be the best bare knuckle fight in history. It's LT Nelson takes on Barrie Jones, and Barry joins me today. Barry, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks. Spoke to it.
Nice. It's been a little while since we've seen you. Your last fight being Tommy Turner, also in the Trigon at a BYB show. Yeah, what have you been up to since then?
Nothing really. I hurt my hands after the fight, so just rested them up a little bit. So just getting on with it, really.
Yeah, and looking back at that fight, how do you reflect on it? It was a quick win, wasn't it? It was first round, right?
Yeah, it was a dangerous fight at the time. I think we come over, we had a bit of a reputation, like, and yeah, it was over quite quickly, like, but we weren't expecting that. But that's what happened.
Yeah, talk to me about kind of adjusting to the Trigon. Is there much difference in it?
To be honest, I haven't spent a lot of time in it. No, it's plenty of room to move about in it. Obviously, the corners are quite tight, so you don't want to be stuck in the corners. But other than that, I felt okay in it.
Yeah, how did you find the dirty boxing? Because you're quite like a tidy boxer. You're quite a clean, striker. So, when you incorporate that kind of clinching and the dirty boxing, how do you adjust to that?
But obviously I haven't had to use it yet. But probably in the next fight, I think it's going to happen a lot because I think he does a lot of holding and like you said, dirty boxing. So I'm gonna have to get used to it.
Yeah, let's talk about that, this upcoming fight. LT Nelson, BYB's first two-weight champion. You're also a two-weight world champion in BKB. Obviously, since the merger, the titles are kind of up in the air a little bit at the moment. But this is, like I said, being billed as one of the best bare knuckle fights that we've seen like in recent history. What's your mindset going into it?
Same as any fight. Every fight is a tough fight for me. Uh, he's obviously a tough fighter. He's a two-weight champion as well. He's been in with a lot of good fighters as well. So it's gonna be a tough fight, but I'm gonna prepare for it like I always do.
Yeah, because LT is he seems very at home in the Trigon, right? Yeah, he's and yeah, like I said, like you said, he likes to hold, he likes to make it scrappy. That's kind of his style. And it's opposing styles for you because you're very, like I said, you're a very traditional boxer. He comes from an MMA background. How do you think those two styles are gonna join together, are gonna oppose each other in the Trigon?
Yeah, well, I think the it suits him more obviously because like you said, he's used to it. It's up to me. It's up to me to work through it, and I've been working on things in the gym as well. So hopefully it'll come together in the night.
Yeah, and obviously you're no stranger to the Trigon either. You've had two fights in the Trigon now. This will be the third. The first one being Mello and then Turner in your most recent fight. So do you think you're kind of used to that environment, used to the rules now?
Well, to be honest, I wasn't in them long enough really to get dragged into a kind of holding and hitting kind of stuff. So if it does happen in this fight, it'll be new to me. But it's also something I worked on as well. So I'm gonna try and get prepared for it.
Yeah, do you anticipate this fight to be, more competitive, a bit more difficult than the last fight you've had in Trigon?
Well, every fight I train for like is always a dangerous fight. Like my last fight, I know it was over in the first round, but he come over with he was confident of beating me. I think they were as well. He's very aggressive, and he just come out and like I caught him quite early, like so that's what happened. So this fight is just as dangerous as the last one, really.
Yeah, and how has your training gone for this?
Yeah, training great. I've had a bit of rest. Obviously, I hurt my hands last year in my last fight, so I rested my hands up a bit. But been back enjoying training again and feeling very good. Like,
Yeah, are you 100% now? Are you coming into 100% then?
well, yeah, I'm getting there. Like, so I wouldn't say 100% yet, but we're peaking at the right time.
Yeah. let's talk about this the occasion as well, the Cardiff Brawl. You know, you fought in London, in America, in Thailand, and now in Wales, in Cardiff. How does it feel to kind of be in this kind of home show now?
Yeah, that was one of the main reasons why. Well, I wanted to be on the show, like, because I was obviously was thinking about, I was thinking about what I was going to do, whether I was going to fight again, what fights were available. But obviously, this show came up, so I had to get on it and be awesome to fight in front of the home people for a change.
Yeah, do you feed off the atmosphere then? Do you kind of like feed off the crowd?
Uh, well, to be honest, no, not really. But it does help, I suppose, when you're in there, like when they're all screaming. But no, I just get on with it really. In a minute.
Yeah, do you think it'll kind of give some kind of like advantage? Do you think LT is gonna kind of fill the atmosphere? Because it's gonna be quite hostile towards him, I imagine, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I hope it's not really. That's what home crowds are like, But it'd be a great atmosphere. But he looks like the type. I think he'll love it. I think So I just think it's going to be a great fight, like with a great atmosphere.
Yeah, yeah. LT Nelson has a this reputation of being a bit of a Brit killer. He's beaten quite a lot of Brits. Obviously, got the draw with James Kennedy last time. Yeah, coming into it, do you think there's kind of like I don't know, are you aware of that kind of reputation he has, the kind of fighter he is?
Oh yeah, yeah. Obviously I've seen him. I've been to one or two of the shows when he fought De Castro. I've seen him fight. Obviously I've seen him fight the other Brits that he's fought. Do you know what I mean? And he's beaten them. Well, apart from James Kennelly, he's beaten them convincingly. So and they're good fighters as well. So I know what kind of fight I'm going to be in for. I know he's a tough guy, which is what I want. Really, and I want to be fighting the best, and he's the best about. I think one of them anyway.
Yeah, and there is something about like having these kind of really competitive fights that kind of make fighters kind of up their game a bit as well. And I think from both of you, I don't know if you agreed, but you know, these kind of fights are the ones that you always kind of want to train, but a little bit more in just because it's such a good fight, right?
Yeah, like you said, yeah, you need these kind of big fights to get you up for a fight, get you motivated. Like I said, I had a couple of months off, rested up, and wasn't really much I was interested in. But obviously, this is a big fight and got me back interested again.
Yeah, how was it getting back into training after being injured?
My hands took a while to heal up, but they're all good now. It was always hard getting back into training. Like especially when you got a fight coming up and you've got that kind of preparation is really hard getting back into it. But I'm starting to enjoy it again now.
Yeah. What's the worst part about camp, do you reckon?
I don't know when you gotta eat, dieting, everything like this training is, it's hard. It's hard all around. You gotta be grafting, like, and it's just hard, but it's all worth it in the end.
Yeah, yeah. It's also about that feeling, you know, when your hand is raised and you're announced as the winner. Obviously, you don't know what it's like to lose in bare knuckle. So, you know, yeah, talk to me about that feeling and what would it mean to kind of extend that record?
Yes, so it's always some feeling, especially in front of your home fans as well. But usually they always come to London to watch me fight, and it makes it worth a while when they all it makes the journey worth it. So yeah, it's amazing feeling. And it's one I don't want to stop. Like,
Yeah, and of course it must be nice to kind of not have to travel so far now. Was it like a 4 hour drive to London? Now you're just kind of down the road, right?
yeah, it's a bit of a killer drive London. So it's not one that I enjoy, but it's what needs to be done. Nice to be home for a change.
Yeah. Of course, half the roster of BYB Europe, they're from Wales as well. So, you know, the atmosphere is going to be electric there, right?
Yeah, I think there's a couple of local boys on it as well from around our areas, same areas. Yeah, it's gonna be amazing. A few debutants as well, but it's gonna be great.
Yeah, Lauren, he's quite like not hot-headed, but he gets quite. We saw the encounter he had with James Kennedy before the fight. You know, they're both kind of quite irritable, I suppose, during the fight week. How are you during fight week? Do you think that's gonna kind of be the same, or are you very cool and collected?
I mean, usually, yeah, like you said, I'm usually pretty cool. Nothing really phases me, like, just in a bit of a zone. But, yeah, no, I don't get hot-headed or nothing at all, really. There's no point, is it? It's a fight at the end of the day, just get on with it.
Yeah. Are there any mind games at play or anything like that from you?
No, listen, I've never been, obviously, I'm pretty quiet or whatever. I've never been into that kind of rubbish, just it's a fight, win or lose. I just go in there, train my best, train my hardest, and hopefully I'll win.
Yeah, I think you're kind of part of this collection of fighters who let their fighting do the talking. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to kind of get mouthy or kind of do that because you do your talking in the ring, right? Is that kind of the mentality?
Well, that's the way I always have been. I'm never going to change. I'm not the best, like, in interviews and things, and when the camera's on me. But like I said, I just go in there and have a fight, win or lose. I'll try my best, and it's whether people like it or not, that's up to them. But I'm just quiet and just go in there and fight, and like you said, let that do the talking.
How do you think this fight goes? Are you going for the knockout? Do you think it'll go the distance?
Well, I don't know. Any fight can go anyway, really. But I never look for a knockout. Train as hard as I can. Whatever happens, happens. And just do my best. I'm going to try my best to win. And that'll be good enough, hopefully.
Yeah, but it does usually come for you, right? In 10 fights, in 10 wins, you've had nine knockouts, right? So if I was LT, I'd be looking at you as some kind of like knockout artist and being conscious of that. Do you think like so you don't look for it, but it just comes, right?
No, it just kind of happens, really. I think if you go looking for a knockout, maybe sometimes it don't work. I mean, I've had over 100 boxing fights, really, like, so I can box a bit as well. But I got that in my locker as well. So if I have to box him, I'll box his. I'll try him out, box him. But like you said, it's a small ring. You just kind of get dragged into it. So you see what happens.
Yeah, I suppose the challenge in this is like with these opposing styles as well, is like making sure you dictate the fight in a way, keeping it a striking match because he's going to try and close the distance and work in the clinch. Is that something that you've been working on? And how's the clinch work been going and adjusting to these rules?
Yeah, obviously, that's the way he kind of fights. That's what he's used to, coming from his kind of background. So I suppose he's going to fight, but that's the way he's going to fight. But it's not, I got a couple of, no, I don't say game plans or anything like, but I train as I always trained. It's worked so far, and I'm not changing nothing, really.
Yeah, I suppose when you've never lost, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah, exactly. But you know, people think, oh, I won't be used to, the whatever it's called, dirty boxing or whatever. Like, but I just have to adapt to him. Like,
Yeah. Just to finish off, do you have a message for LT at all?
like I said, I'm no one for calling people out or whatever. Like, it's is what it is. I obviously I just hope he's training hard. And we'll have a good scrap. The best man win.
Always the gent. Thanks for your time, Barry. That's Barry Jones. He's headlining the Cardiff Brawl at BYB 30 against LT Nelson. This is one not to be missed. Tickets are very scarce at the moment, but you can watch it on a pay-per-view. Thanks for your time, Barry. I'll see you soon.
Thank you. Cheers, mate.